So up to the point when Carbon launched, 3D printing has been mostly a prototyping industry, right? And that includes hardware, software, materials, even the parts. And that's about an $8 billion marketplace. Also had some dental in there. Dental has been part of this sector. And so that's probably the most commercial of the traditional 3D printing. You know, when we figured out how to take 3D printing and go faster and make real parts, that was the beginning to go into the $300 billion manufacturing world of injection molding. And so I think, you know, what's crossing a chasm for us is, what are the use cases? What are the killer apps, if you will, that drove high volume manufacturing? And, you know, Adidas, I don't know if I mentioned Adidas back then, but, you know, Adidas is our partner. And, you know, we always thought, boy, if we could scale up a consumer running shoe, you know, the world would be our oyster, because we would have figured out a lot of stuff, you know, advanced materials, global scale manufacturing, and we figured that out. And now you can go to adidas.com and buy the Alpha Edges and the 4D and lots of great running shoes, and over 1 million pair already with that. We also have liners for Riddell, football helmets, personalized helmets, over 1,000 NFL D1 athletes and many other sports coming along. And so those high volume consumer, including, you know, specialized bike seats, they've all happened. We've crossed the chasm. And now it's scaling to replace foam more broadly. We also have the very first parts on production vehicles out of Detroit. New cars, Ford Mustangs, F-150 trucks, the very first parts on 3D printed polymeric parts on those cars and trucks. And so that sets the stage. It took us 2 years to get through the Ford quality standards to make that happen. But now that opens up many billions of opportunity in electrical connectors and other sort of applications in the automotive space. And then, you know, in the healthcare space for us, you know, not only dental and dental models, but, you know, we have now the first FDA approved 3D printed dentures. And, you know, you could argue that we should do nothing else but dentures right now. It's a $14 billion marketplace. We have over 5,000 people now wearing the first 3D printed dentures. And so there are great examples of crossing the chasm, but they are the killer apps, and we need thousands of those. We're expecting to do thousands of those applications, because that's what manufacturing is all about, and that's what we're focused on.